This video is just a certain slice of my ideology. I have my own beliefs because the way in which I study, I give respect to reference points and history, but I don't hold anything as this is the holy grail. This is all truth goes back to this. I don't do that. The way in which I study, and I will teach more and more children and people elevating to another level, is behind this saying. I say study, read, gather as much as possible, and don't believe none of it. Just input all that knowledge within yourself, and sometime later in life, your truth will be evident to you. Never take someone else's truth as your own. As I'm speaking about my ideology here, partake upon it. I wish your children to love it because it's not many knowledges and understandings or ideologies that's close to what I'm about to explain on this video. Welcome to the Foundation of Elevation Station. And my name is Leon Meredith. And when I think of the human body physically, just physically, I think of mechanisms that were put together with precision that does a large degree of the maintenancing itself. It's kind of like a vehicle. And I got something I'm looking at right here on vehicles. So when I think of vehicles, I think of all the fluids that's in it that does a large degree of the maintenance scene so it can effectively, run and handle the business it's supposed to handle on every turn of the key, turn of the road, and traveling where you need it to be. So these fluids are there, and one of the most prominent fluids in the vehicle is the engine oil. The engine oil is in place to lubricate and cool down internal workings of the engine. So pistons, bearings, valves, timing chains, gears, seals, it all is able to be cooled and run effectively and efficiently. We got that. That's engine oil. Is placed to do these things. Transmission fluid. It lubricates and cools the internal workings of the transmission, gears, valves, pumps, and a whole list of other things that the transmission fluid is there for. Then we got differential oil. Now this oil lubricates, cools, internal workings, blah, blah, blah. The same scenario. Power steering fluid. It provides a pressure in which it creates the pressure, and the pumps and valves of the power steering box are able to receive that pressure and making it easy for us to turn and use that. Then we got engine coolant. We got it. We know it goes in the water pump. It cools the engine. It provides heating fluid to the climate control also. Very important. So we have brake fluid, hydraulic clutch fluid. I think you get the picture. Windshield fluid that we put into our windshield wipers. So when we need salt to get off our windshield or mud, we hit that button and it skeet out. Now our bodies is similar, and we didn't have as much knowledge as we have now about the human physical. We began to understand that it's certain vitamins and minerals that we need, actually. Now we're growing to understand that we don't just need all of them, that each and every person is different, and we need certain vitamins and minerals from this. He needs more than her, and she needs more than her of this vitamin K or vitamin D3. It's very important that we understand that we need a constant flow of nutrition in general. It's we at a point, and this is what I introduced with my knowledge of fitness training, existence training, life coaching, that we have to move towards a level of consistency in health and fitness. It's becoming a consistent instead of every so often. We put a lot of effort into seeking pleasure, and it's time that my people, we put a degree of effort every day into our health. It's only right. And so I propose a clear understanding of maintaining the body, the joints, the ligaments, the muscles. See, most people explaining how to work out to people, I believe, could do it a lot better. See, when I train people, I'm not trying to get you to be the Incredible Hulk or to jump out the roof, because I support the human body and people I love in a way that creates longevity, functionality, and proper maintenance and strength, so that you can live long in life and be 100 years old and still be able to squat, wash your backside, clean your backside on your own. I know, it sounds unbelievable, but I believe I have figured out the next stage to taking care of the human existence. See, we had different exercise regimens with you had the dance little thing of the 80s where they was doing the step classes, and I see a lot of those people that were doing those step classings and Zumbas and stuff, and after so long you wear out like an athlete, certain cartilages in the knee, ankles. We just wear ourselves out by not understanding how to, get in that middle ground and be consistent with how we put pressure on our ligaments, our body. How do we properly maintenance our muscles? Like, it's very important not to get to a point where we are trying to lift the most weight that we are able to lift and go, for higher gains. Oh, I really want my muscle to do this. And what tends to happen as we create injuries or small tears that later in life, maybe 5 years, 10 years, that we create a serious injury in our shoulder because we have been doing the wrong exercise to try to, it's even right exercises that create these injuries over time. We may be doing it from the wrong angle. I am one, I have never partaken upon these exercises because I had some type of sixth sense. As soon as I started to work out in 2004, I can feel it. Each angle, I'm like, oh, that's too much pressure on a joint. Or how some people do certain push-ups and they touching they in a push-up position and they doing stuff, or they doing certain pull-ups, muscle-ups, and it's like putting such an undue stress on certain joints that you're going to break down, as many of the bodybuilders do from taking all these steroids and growth hormones and powder drinks. These things give you the look right now for short term, but in the long run you are in danger of having heart attacks, strokes. You having this is what these men, look into it, they are having strokes at an astronomical rate. People all over the world, even star athletes, they taking too many things to boost themselves and they are falling out. We see it, and I guide against all that. I love you, and I just want to see you do the right motions, the right range of motion, the proper form, so that you can, not only exercise in a safe manner, it will be productive to produce like beneficial outcomes for like a long time in life. Now it's going to be someone that's able to teach people to, do it better than me. But I think my concept and the way that I teach it is great. And it's one thing it is not, and this is what has been holding me back. It's not fun. It's just it takes such a component to make it fun. And I know that most people that exercise, even now in the gym, it's like a grudging, task for them to exercise. It's not fun, but for me it's fun to do it right, and you release the certain endorphins when you do it right, and keep the rep ranges, like the rest time in between, to a certain amount of seconds. Like if you do one set, you do 1, 2, 3, and the time you wait to do the set again is important also. It should be depending on how many reps you're doing, is the time in which you rest. So you want to try to do the full range of motion and keep the tension on the muscle. And at this point, you're starting to get proper, effective benefits. I see most people that's working out, even people that teach people, it's just, we could be doing better. I love you, and I want to help you maintenance your existence, or at least your children. I will push, and you will be seeing more of me, because I support humanity in general. I want to say I love you, and I'll be back soon.